Hi everyone. I missed our group's presentation earlier this month due to work constraints. So today's video builds upon the wonderful presentation by my colleagues shared on May 5th, 2022. Our team includes Sharmila, Alicia, Melissa, and myself, and we all work in the world of education in virtual settings. Since we're all interested in making e-learning as effective as possible, we explored Todd Pottle's e-learning resource, Teaching Online, or Hoarding Frogs in a Wheelbarrow. As we all know, it can be difficult to help students engage and complete an e-learning, but we found it interesting that Mr. Pottle, a representative of the Ontario e-learning Consortium, used an Articulate 360 program to design numerous tips and tricks for teachers working in online spaces, as well as the invitation to participate and collaborate as a reader. To help us examine Pottle's resource, we decided to use Valenciano's 4 E's, exploring how this resource efficiently and effectively shares information, is engaging, and invites participation from a wide array of perspectives. Behaviorism is the topic that I looked at. Behaviorism is a learning theory that stems from the empirical view that knowledge develops from experience. To help people learn, teachers can use a stimulus to teach the desired response, and continued exposure to the stimulus can develop and maintain the patterning of the behavior. So when applying behaviorism, focus on controlling the variables, and then reintroduce variables as learners build confidence. Use simple language, matching the learner needs, and reinforce and celebrate the patterning of powerful routines and habits. In the spirit of keeping it simple, Pottle provides recommendations in easy-to-use language, focuses on habits that you can develop as a teacher online, and presents this material in Articulate 360, creating a user-friendly experience that controls variables like usability. Although there are no quizzes or activities to help pattern these new recommendations, the lack thereof allows users to navigate between the chapters unencumbered and find information about topics of interest efficiently. Switching gears, Constructivism is a learning theory that stems from the rational view that knowledge is created when learners use reasoning and associate meaning with their experiences. To help people learn, teachers can establish realistic environments that help students experience challenges, think critically, and solve problems. Depending on the ability of the learners, teachers may need to model the process of how to construct knowledge. There is a debate in the academic literature regarding when constructivist learning theories are most helpful. For example, intermediate and advanced learners who are preparing to perform in a multivariable environment may learn best using constructivist techniques. We can help our learners, help our students, by focusing their attention on developing the ability to filter, elaborate, and extrapolate. Pottle's e-learning resource does this pretty well for an e-learning. He begins with a question, helping us as the reader and teacher in training understand that the author recognizes our challenge. By being realistic about the difficulties we face teaching online, hopefully, as the reader, we feel that maybe this is going to be an effective use of our time. The author continues establishing this realism by admitting that there is more than one answer, and invites us to contribute our ideas to the ongoing discussion. This invitation helps challenge us as readers, and think critically and propose solutions, and contribute to a community of inquiry. In each of the 8 chapters, the author highlights previous readers who may have made those types of contributions, linking to their external posts. The ability of past readers to elaborate and extrapolate, adding to the discussion, is seen throughout all 8 chapters, with up to 13 external resources included in Chapter 5 alone. Each chapter also concludes with a quote from an educational expert celebrating viewpoints from a wide array of speakers. Although these quotes could have been cited more clearly, in the age of the internet and LinkedIn, it is easy enough to discover these speakers online if we were so inclined. So, is Pottle's resource efficient, effective, and engaging especially from the viewpoint of behaviorism and constructivism? Well, it uses simple language, it's easy to use, and invites collaboration. It could, however, explore the use of questions or quizzes to help us pattern learning, improve recognition of collaborators, and engage the reader in each chapter, not just the beginning of the e-learning, by uniting us with a question or a challenge. However, I believe the author made these choices, these design choices, deliberately. What choices? Well, the author, like most people in education, is most likely very busy and unable to provide ongoing mentorship or facilitate future discussions in person or synchronously. Therefore, an on-demand resource with an invitation to collaborate is an efficient use of everyone's time. And this makes sense if we investigate the resource not only from a behaviorist and constructivist viewpoint, but also with an appreciation for inquiry-based learning. Inquiry-based learning is a student-centered approach that helps learners orient themselves in the environment, ask questions and create a hypothesis, and then select an investigative procedure to reach a viable conclusion. Since the readers of Pottle's e-learning resource are experienced, they can extrapolate, and they can probably test these new ideas on their own, one may assume a constructivist approach would be most helpful. But since Pottle does not have the capacity to facilitate and guide a more learner-centered approach, the author, in my view, correctly selects a more teacher-centered approach by providing lists, activities, questions, and role models how to initiate these concepts in the classroom. The author's e-learning resource associates more closely with the confirmation or structured stages of inquiry. And I think that's okay. After all, it's an efficient way to share new ideas, and the author invites readers to pursue the guided and open inquiry stages on their own time, reporting back by sharing their reflections by email. So our team's next activity is to summarize our work in an infographic and a short paper. Compiling our different viewpoints will provide an opportunity to celebrate our perspectives, honor the intention of the author, and adopt a spirit of curiosity and humility as we summarize ways this resource works and where it can be improved. So, what do you think? Are there elements of Pottle's e-learning resource that can be clearly improved? What elements of the resource were helpful to you and why? Please see the comment section below where you can share your point of view. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.